welcome. This morning we are going to be exploring those unfurling ferns in our practice. So, as you know, we have been flowing through and exploring the spirals that are in nature, and they're everywhere. From the waves of the ocean as they lap in and they roll in towards the shore, to the way that a rose blossoms and the petals open in a certain sequence, and to ferns as well. Ferns, they unfurl as they rise up towards the warmth of the sun's rays. And they're called fiddleheads because as they start to unfurl, they look like the fiddlehead of a violin, which I think is really quite beautiful, actually. And they're very much nourished by the soil. They adore the shade. And as they're nourished by the soil and the warmth of the earth, they unfurl and they rise up to find that sunlight, but they love the shade. So that's why you often find them like at the foot of the forest floor, just literally at the foot of Kingly Vale, where some of us were yesterday. You've got that forest, and you've also got that in that forest there's bluebells. At springtime, and often you'll find in amongst those bluebells like fuzzy ferns unfurling up towards the sunlight. And some ferns even furl and fold and roll back in again when they are touched. It's like a self-preservation type response to protect against predators. And some of them, when they are dehydrated or if it's not humid enough, will furl and roll back in on themselves. So this morning, this is what we're going to explore. If you were with me for yoga on the Downs yesterday, this practice will feel familiar, and hopefully comfortable and enjoyable at the same time. So bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. By all means, hit play on that playlist now if you want to. Close off the eyes. Know that you're full autonomy of your body. So if something doesn't feel good this morning, don't do it. Come into your happy shape, whatever that may feel like for you. And if you're still not sure what your happy shape is, feel free to try mine, which is wide-knee child's pose or kneeling. Bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. Take a moment here just to get used to your natural rhythm of breathing. Notice where it lands. Notice how it feels. Notice the patterns of your breath. Notice where there's comfort, discomfort, ease, and resistance. And what this all might be trying to communicate with you this morning. We're halfway through the week. It's the perfect day, perfect morning and time to just come back to ourselves, do some yoga, move our bodies and breathe and be still. Slowly start to invite your inhale to deepen and your exhale to lengthen. As you breathe, start to add in a pause at the top of the inhale. Breathing in through the nose. Pause and exhale with a sigh. We're going to take two more here. Pause at the top and exhale. And this time, take an inhale. Exhale. And then pause at the bottom of the exhale. Take two more here. And bringing those hands down to the ground in front of you. Start to walk them out. Bring yourself into a seated forward fold. And don't go to like your 100% straight away. Just go to where it feels comfortable this morning. Grind down through the palm, through the fingertips. Grind down through the glutes. And then lift through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, start to walk the hands around to the right. Plant those hands, coming into that spinal twist. And then as you inhale, start to unfurl that left arm all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, ground down, root deeper through that right hand. Take an inhale, unfurl towards the sunlight. Exhale, root deeper through that right hand. Inhale, reach all the way up towards the sun's rays. Feel that stretch down the left side of the body here. Exhale. And exhale, fell back down. Bring that left hand back down to the ground. Walk those hands back around to the front. Maybe ground down a little bit further here. Take an inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, start to walk the hands around to the left this time. Ground down through that left hand, and as you inhale, unfurl like a burn towards the sunlight. Exhale, root down a little deeper. Inhale, unfurl a little bit more. Exhale, root down. One last time, inhale, rise up towards the sun. Exhale, root down. Taking an inhale to the right side of the body. And exhale, furl and fold back down. Bring those hands back to the center. Inhale and furl those arms all the way up. And as you exhale, bring those palms to face away from you and start to pitter-patter those fingertips through the air like tiny drops of rain. Inhale and furl those arms all the way up. And as you exhale, pitter-patter of rain. Take one more. Bringing those hands down in front of you. Palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Ground down through all four corners of the palms. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Send those roots deeper into the ground. Bring the awareness to the palms in particular. Close the eyes if it helps here. Notice the four corners of the palm. Ground down through all four corners. And then imagine your palm, the center is like a suction cup. You want to lift through the center of the palm, and you might not physically feel it, but the intention is there. Wriggle those fingers a little bit, keep them active, ground down through the fingertips, and then bring the awareness to the elbows. Maybe they're locked out, scapula, shoulder blades protruding towards the sky. So bring a slight bend to those elbows, and as you do, notice that internal rotation of the upper arm as those muscles spiral in towards the midline. Just like those unfurling ferns. Take the awareness now to the hips, maybe from having the shoulders relaxed and the elbows locked out, maybe those hips are relaxed as well and the pelvis is tilted forwards. So as you start to bring the pelvis back to neutral, belly button draws in towards the spine, notice what's happening to the thighs as well, internal rotation, as those muscles spiral in towards the midline. Take an inhale here, roll the shoulders back and down, gaze skywards for cat. And as you exhale, draw the center of the spine towards the sky for cat. Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart. Exhale, center of the spine towards the sky. And we can continue here if we want to. Or if it delights you, take the weight back to child's pose. And then spiral through the spine to chaturanga on the knees. Slight bend to the elbows here. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, spiral forwards, chaturanga on the knees. And again, we can stay here if we want to. Or, if it feels good, curl the toes under, lift into down dog. Don't worry about those heels touching the ground. Find some stillness here in your down dog for a moment. This is a back bend. There's a lot going on in the shoulders. So think about those feet. Go to where feels comfortable. Bring a slight bend to the knees. Draw those hips skywards. As you do, notice what's happening to the thighs here as those muscles spiral in towards midline. It's that internal rotation once more. Notice the spine. Lengthen through the spine and then think about those shoulders. Feel that space between the shoulder blades. Think about the palms, ground down through all four corners. Gaze wherever helps you feel comfortable. And then as you exhale, slowly spiral into your high plank. And when you get there, ground down through all four corners of the palms. Slight bend to the elbows. Notice that internal rotation in the upper arm. Belly button draws in. Inhale, lift back to down dog. Exhale, unfurl to high plank. Inhale, lift into down dog. Exhale, unfurl. Root down through the palms, root down through the toes. Rise up through those hips. Take one more here. And then drop the knees for me here. Exhale, come down through chaturanga. And as you inhale, unfurl and rise up through cobra. Take it back into child's pose here for a moment. Roll out those wrists, show them a little bit of love. If it feels good, stay in child's pose or come up to kneeling. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale. One more time. Find your way back to tabletop. Ground down through all four corners of the palm. Lift into down dog. Start to take that dog for a little walk here. Pedal through those feet. Again, don't worry about those heels touching the ground. That's not the goal. This is a back bend. Think about the spine, lengthen through that spine. And on your next inhale, go ahead and raise that right leg to the sky, bend the knee. And as you exhale, spiral that knee in towards the nose. Hold here, take an inhale. Exhale, step down and through. Rotate the back foot to face the long edge of the mat. Front knee on top of the front ankle. Make sure the joints are stacked. When you're grounded, safe and secure, spiral those arms all the way up. Warrior two. Take an inhale, unfurl, rise up towards sunlight. Exhale, furl and root back down to warrior two. Inhale, unfurl towards that sun. Exhale, root down. Take three more here. One more time. And as you exhale and root down, keep that front leg straight. Gaze over that right hand. Reach forwards with that right hand as much as you can. Exhale, spiral down into Trikonasana. Root down as you rise up towards the sun. Hold here. Take the gaze to wherever helps you feel comfortable. And we can hold our elbow on the thigh. We can hold onto the calf, the ankle, or we can root down through the hand and the fingertips. Take an inhale to the left side of the body. Exhale. Take two more here. Exhale, spiral that left hand down to the ground. Frame that front foot, back foot rotates to face the top of the mat. Bring yourself into pyramid. Back heel can be lifted or lowered to the ground. Take an inhale, unfurl to a half lift. Exhale, furl back down. Root down through the hands, through the feet. And inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, unfurl. One more time. Ground down through the palms of the hands. Step back into down dog. Take that dog for a little walk here. Notice where you want to feel that stretch this morning. Take the hips skywards. On your next inhale, go ahead and raise that left leg towards the sky. Bend the knee. And as you exhale, unfurl it in towards the nose. Hold here. Take an inhale. Ground down through the palms. Exhale. Step that left foot down through. Rotate the back foot to face the long edge of the mat. Knee above the ankle. When you feel grounded, safe and secure, unfurl those arms all the way up. Warrior two. Hold here. Take an inhale, unfurl, rise up towards the sun. Exhale, root down to the nourishing warm earth. Inhale, find that sun between the shoulders. Exhale, unfurl. Take 3 more here. Exhale, and as you do, bring those hands back to warrior two, but keep that front knee straight. Take an inhale, reach as far forwards with that left hand as you can. Exhale, fold down to the ground, root down as you rise up through that right hand. Gaze wherever helps you feel stable. Take the inhale to the right side of the body here, breathe in. Exhale. 2 more times. Exhale, unfurl that right hand down to the ground. Back foot faces the top of the mat. Bring yourself to pyramid. Heel can be lifted or lowered, whatever feels good. Take an inhale, unfurl to a half lift. Exhale, furl forwards. 2 more here. Ground down through the palms, step back into down dog. Take that dog for a little walk here, hips skywards, lengthen through the spine. Spiral forwards into that high plank option to drop the knees. Exhale, come down through chaturanga. Inhale, unfurl and rise up through cobra. Lift back into down dog. Take that dog for a little walk here. Bring the feet together. Bend the knees and either step or hop the feet up towards the hands. Bring those glutes down to the ground and gently roll back onto your back. Grasp onto the soles of the feet here. Root down to the ground as you rise up through the soles of the feet. Take an inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Breathing in and breathe out. Hug those knees into the chest. Bring that right foot down to the ground, left foot to the right knee. Bringing ourselves into that supine pigeon. We can stay here if we want to, grounding down through that right foot, rising up through the toes on the left foot. Or if it delights you, interlace the fingers behind the back of the knee and then draw that right foot towards the sky, lengthen through the toes here. Root down through all parts of the body in contact with the ground as you rise up through that right foot. Unfurl and find the warmth of the sun's rays in amongst the shade of the trees. Take an inhale. Exhale. 2 more. unfurl and fold that right knee back down. Bring that right foot down to the ground. Take the left foot down as well. Root down through that left foot. Take the right foot to the left knee. And we can hold here if we want to, rooting down through that left foot, rising up through the toes on the right foot. Or, if it delights you, interlace the fingers behind that left knee. Draw that left knee in towards the chest. Ground down through all parts of the body in contact with the earth. And then unfurl that left leg towards the sky. Lengthen through those toes. Find the warmth of the sun's rays in amongst the shade of the trees. Feel the warmth of the earth, soil nourishing you. Taking an inhale through the nose. Exhale. 2 more. Curl that knee all the way back down. Bring that left foot down to the ground, right foot follows. And then draw those knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a big hug here and take a moment of stillness. And as you do, take an inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. And then either continue to find peace in the stillness, or take a gentle sway from side to side. Give that spine a little massage here. Bringing the feet back down to the ground. Either bring the soles of the feet together so the knees drop out, or feet to the long edges of the mat so the knees drop in. Or by all means, extend those legs out completely. Begin to surrender into Shavasana. Maybe bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. And come back to your breath. Notice where it lands, how it feels. Take another inhale through the nose here. Pause at the top of the inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. Pause. Breathe out. One more time. Take another inhale. And exhale. Pause. Breathing in. Breathing out. And pause. One more. Excuse me. And then inhale through the nose. Pause. Exhale with a sigh. Pause. Take 3 more here at your own pace. Come back to your natural rhythm of breathing when you're ready. Notice how it feels. Does it feel the same or different to when we first started our practice this morning? And then notice your judgments around that. And let them go. Give yourself permission when you stop to just breathe and be still, to notice the patterns, the nuances, the quirks of your own breath. Give yourself permission to let go of the judgment, to notice and acknowledge what those nuances mean, what your breath is trying to communicate with you, without the need for judgment. Come into it with an open mind, and a willingness to understand. And just like a seed of a fern takes root in the soil, allow yourself to take root in your breath and anchor to it. Just like a fern unfurls towards the sunlight shining through the shade of the trees, allow yourself to unfurl with your breath, to grow towards that sunlight of what it means, to understand the shade. And when you're ready, with some movement of the fingers and the toes. Maybe lengthen those legs, point the toes. Stretch the arms overhead, take a big stretch here. Maybe even invite a yawn. And then when you're ready, find your way up to a comfortable seated position, whatever that may feel like for you. And when you get there, bring your hands together at your heart center. Excuse me. Start to rub the palms together. Place the hands over the eyes. Feel that warmth, heat, and energy resonate throughout your entire body. And as you breathe here, I'm going to leave you with some words to take into the rest of your day and your week. It is through ferns that one can describe the essence of shade. It is through ferns that one can describe the essence of shade. It is through ferns that one can describe the essence of shade. Keeping the eyes closed, start to draw the hands away, place them one on top of the other at your heart center. Take a deep inhale through the nose here. And exhale everything out with a sigh. And as we do, we say thank you to the Krishnamacharya and Iyengar lineage of yoga and to all of the teachers and practitioners who came before us. Thank you so much for your practice this morning. I hope that you enjoyed it. Reminiscent of what we did at the summer solstice. But just with a focus on ferns and how they unfurl. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, pop it in the chat box. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow morning for bar, last one of the week, third bar workout as well. I can't believe we're in week 3. Well, we're nearly finished week 3 of our first month here, which is like just blown my mind. Keep an eye out in your inbox this week as well for another hike up Kingley Vale. I'm looking at potentially doing it on an evening, so for sunset. I'm also going to be holding basically a day of yoga down on Southsea Beach. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well, because I had like loads of little brain waves when I was on the drive home this morning. Because I really like being down on Southsea Beach, and I was like, how can I be here for a whole day? So yes, keep your eyes peeled. You will get first dibs on booking for that as members, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. This will go live within the next 24 hours in the app and on YouTube. Obviously private, members only, but it's just because Wednesday's a busy day for me up until the end of this month. So yes, it just comes a little bit later than usual, but it will be there for tomorrow morning. So yes, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Remember to take some time to journal. It's really important, even if you just take 10 minutes. The journal is in the app, it's in the pinned post, it's attached to it. There's journal prompts in there for every day of the week, you know, monthly planning, all of that. So please take time to do that, and especially if you are at a computer all day, make sure you give yourself that time. Okay, lots of love. Have a lovely rest of the day. Take care.